Good morning guys, and welcome back to another ride. Today I'm out on the S18 for an early morning ride. It is, I would probably say, the first autumn ride on the S18 because I've been using the Sherman extensively now to go to the office and back, and it was quite interesting. I got the S18 out. I charged it last night, so it was fully charged this morning. Got it out. Picked up the wheel. It's like this is just such a light wheel compared to the Sherman, because the Sherman I have to pick up get off the stand, get on the stand in the mornings, and it is a heavy wheel. So got this wheel off. Oh, this is like a feather compared to the Sherman. And then when I got on the S18, it's just the first few bits of riding and turning just in my street. It was just so nimble and agile. It's light, and it almost feels like I'm going out for a sort of like a fun ride. It's just like it just wants to go and stop, and just hopping over the pavements or whatever. It's just a fun wheel. So first autumn ride. It is 2 degrees outside, as you can see. There's mist all over the place, but it's just a fun ride, and I thought I'll bring you guys along, do a bit of video. It is such a beautiful morning, not a cloud in the sky, and I must say I hope you guys are getting time to ride your wheels. I was reading a comment where one guy was saying that he had a few weeks with his V12, and then the board had an issue, and he's been waiting for almost 2 months to get it fixed. Now, man, it is for me. I almost rely on these things to get to work and back, and if you have to wait for 2 months to get something fixed, I'll be gutted, absolutely gutted. I actually want to see if I can go down to 1 wheel rather than having 2 wheels, because when you find a wheel that rides really nice and it's got that sweet spot of range of what you want to use, then it works for you. You can have 1 wheel. But for me, going to work and back, this is just too short. Well, yes, I can lower my speed, but I wanna get to work at a nice solid speed, and I want to get back as quickly as possible, and then it runs out a bit of steam on the way back, because it's quite uphill to where I live. But otherwise, S18, big thumbs up still, man. It's just an awesome wheel. But stop the waffling. I'll talk a little bit about some other bits as well, that just some news and whatever that you might be interested in. Let's get going. Look at those stickers. I roll from South Africa. Loco skates, because I like rollerblading as well. Personal electric transport. On this side we've got another personal electric transport, and Speedy Feet. We'd like Speedy Feet to have a little bit of a bigger sticker, to be honest. I think I'll do a print and make a little bit of a bigger sticker for them. But yeah, look, it's just super fun, man. Super fun. Yes, the wheel wobbles a bit, but I let the wheel do whatever it needs to do. I'm not so phased about the wobble. Don't have side pads on this one. I only have the Grizzla pads on my Sherman. For this one, I feel like it's a bit of a free wheel, and I would go in here. It's a bit of a free wheel, and I hope that they do a second design of this wheel with a bit more flatter sides, a little bit of a bigger battery, and a little bit more torque. I'm not so phased about the top end. If they can do to about 35 miles per hour, if they can give this wheel a top end speed of 35 miles an hour, and also a bit more torque, and also the battery runs for more at that speed, so it's got more capacity or output to actually run at that speed. This will be an awesome wheel. I'm also finding it a bit annoying that these guys are pumping out the wheels, but it feels to me like they're not really bringing out the spares. So when a wheel gets delivered and there's some problems with it, there's absolutely no spares available for the dealers to repair wheels or fix stuff or find tires or whatever. That's sort of another thing that I want to sort of just note down, is like the guys, especially on the tire side, it feels to me like, again, like there's very limited tire options. And yes, you can go and jump through hoops to get tires, but again, I would like to go to a UK dealer and have a choice of tires. So I would like the guys that make these wheels to think about that and give us options, easily available options to go and buy a specific tire for S18, Sherman, and so forth. I know you can get it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sort of more thinking of newer riders to be able to find all these things, because it's not always that easy to find extra tires. The dealer should go, listen dude, for your Sherman, this is the best tire and we can fit it for you. Boom. I see Speedy Feet has also now been offering MOTs on your wheel. And again, for guys that don't want to fix their or service or look after their wheel, this is such a great option. It's for me. I would actually. I'm actually thinking of sending in my Sherman, my first gen Sherman, to get checked by Speedy Feet. So as I said, just to get my Sherman checked by them, because I've got that Sherman with the tire that wobbles, and yes, it doesn't affect the ride that much, but it's at higher speeds you can actually feel it through the tire. And now that my tire has become a little bit more worn in the middle, so it's a little bit more flat in the middle, you can really feel that wobble. So the MOT is just basically to open the wheel and check it and see if everything is good. Oh, where am I now? Oh, okay. This is in between the power lines. Ooh. Glad I'm on the suspension wheel. This is not where I want to be. Yeah, so having a MOT and or an option where you can send your wheel in to a dealer where they can really go and fix it or check it out, it's quite good. And I would definitely make use of it, because it's for me, I don't have really a space where I can take my wheel apart. I've got a very small area, not proper lights and whatever. So if I have to take my wheel apart, it's just going to be chaos. So what do you guys think about this MOT? Would you guys use something like that? I know there's a lot of newer riders that it's not comfortable working on their wheels, and that's ideal. I just need to find out how much the shipping will cost to ship a Sherman to Speedy Feet, because I think that's going to be a lot of money. But yeah, it might be worth, because driving there is, it's not so bad, but it takes out a whole of my Saturday pretty much. It's about what about a 4-hour round trip? So it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, if you can get a shipping company that can ship it, that would be awesome. For not a price that is going to make your eyes water. Yeah, good idea for me. Good idea. So yeah, I want to get my Sherman checked. I want to see if we can organize some pedals so they can fit the pedals. So I can actually fit the pedals. That's no issue. Check the wheel. The Sherman needs to have that little bits grinded off on the inside for the BMS, battery management system, so it doesn't put extra pressure on that part. And then I would like them to change the tire, because I know it's a I know it's not an easy job if you don't have the space. But guys, let me tell you one thing here. Autumn is here, and this dry weather has now become it's settled nicely, and it's super slippery. And this is what I'm saying. It's like an S18 with a knobby tire on that fits, and it's got enough clearance. So the other thing that I would like the guys to sort of start doing is think about the clearance of the wheel and the mud guard. The more clearance, the better it clears mud and stuff like that. So the other thing that I want to talk about is this Begode T4. What do you guys think about this wheel? And I think I'll make a little separate video. Now, I don't have a T4. I would love to ride a T4, but it looks like us here in the UK get everything like right at the end. There's already guys in the US that's got the T4, and I see Adam has got the T4. Everyone is riding with the T4 and the little what do you call it? The little M104. It's when we get the wheels, when we get the first batches of wheels here in the UK, the manufacturers are already launching and bringing out the next version of the next wheel. So it's sort of another annoyance to me. It's like we can't get the stuff when they actually become available, and when they do become available, it's like we are last to get them. And with the prices also going up, whew, these things are becoming expensive. And if something becomes expensive, it needs to work. Because if it doesn't work, then people's not going to pay that expensive amount of money. There's always going to be the guys that will pay because they like it. They fanboys. But for newer riders to get them into the sport or into this hobby, it's much tougher if the prices keep on creeping up. And there's no low-end wheels that are a cheaper price. Yeah, but yeah, complaint over. An absolutely beautiful morning. But yeah, so guys, what do you think about this T4? I think this wheel might be a good competition for the S18. I like the build. I like that look of the Master. That's why I'm in sort of two minds to get a S22 or a Master. But I think for me just turn around quickly. I think for me the Master is not going to work for what I want to use it for. If it's wet, rainy, it doesn't have any IP rating, and also the wires is quite open on the side. If you ride it in the dry, I think that is just an awesome wheel. Just look at the suspension and how active that suspension is compared to my S18, and compared to what I've had a go on the S22. The S22 suspension is very and you really need to push it down hard, put a lot of force on the wheel to actually make the suspension work. Where the S or the Master just super smooth, and I think that new Sherman as well, the Sherman S with the suspension, it's also looks like it's got a proper cylinder suspension in. It's gonna be it's gonna be awesome. There's some awesome wheels. There's some awesome wheels coming down the line. It's just a bummer that it's going into our winter when these wheels are going to be available. But we'll have to see. Okay guys, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to make another loop and get back home, get a breakfast down, and then enjoy the rest of my day. But I hope you enjoyed this little waffle video. A few things there, news, bits and bobs, complaints and so forth. I hope you guys get some time to ride your wheels. And again, super thanks for watching the videos. Super thanks for commenting. Super thanks for giving a thumbs up. And super thanks for subscribing. I want to get to those 2,000 subscribers. I might buy another camera. Or I might buy another wheel. You never know. Excellent guys. Have a lovely day. And I'll speak to you again. Cheers.